This is Matt from the Dice Roundtable. Thanks for tuning into this. This is going to be a review on a Warlord game that I have, and it is going to be called Cruel Seas. Cruel Seas is a naval combat game focused on small torpedo boats, motorboats. You can scale up to some submarines as well as including destroyers on a certain level. They don't necessarily, at this point, they don't have the models in the game for destroyers, but you can buy model kits that you can get of the appropriate size. The scale of the game is 1/300, but if you go find some of the ship's models that are scaled 1/350th, they work just fine for scaling purposes. That's what this is. So let's get to some of the other aspects of this. You're going to get ship cards. Ship cards are really nice. It's going to give you information about inexperienced, regular, and veteran crews. On the back, it tells you gun placement. It tells you what are some options it has, its speed intervals, and then a little chart for critical damage. Cards are really nice to have. You're going to get wake markers. And you're going to get wake markers for small, medium, and large ships. That's large, that's medium, that's small. Large, medium, small. Wake markers are important because it marks your speed, full, combat, or slow. And what you'll do is put the back of the ship against that. The higher your speed, the longer your wake. Why is that important? More for inexperienced crews, because there's a rule in the book about if a ship crosses the wake of another ship, it impacts their ability to steer, and they might actually have some issues completing their movement. You also get, makes me think of old style GW rulers. These, you can actually put them together to extend it. You get 4 or 3. I think 3. So you can get a 60 centimeter ruler out of it. But what's really nice is your combat modifier chart is on the back of one. This has your turning gauge, yellow and red, because some ships have a yellow range and red, so 45 degrees or 30-degree turns. You get splash markers. If you're a bolt action player, these are pin markers with counters on it. Same exact thing. The only difference is these are blue, so you can put splash depending on how big the gun that is shooting. If it misses enough of these, you get a bonus to your next shot. Cardboard terrain. You get 4 pieces of an island. You get rocks. And you get like a sandbar. And, sorry, sandbars. That was a tide break. And airplane marker. Lots of tokens. Glass beads. I use the glass beads to magnify the damage. I don't use the clips. I actually use these. They have some weight to them. Lots of counters. The torpedoes, I do really love the torpedoes that are in this to mark how they fire. Rulebook. It's broken up into several sections. You have basic rules, then you have intermediate rules, then intermediate rules. Basic rules have basic elements, movement, shooting, and some of the terrain. The intermediate rules get you skill checks, more weapons, and getting you into other terrain features and skill checks and collisions. Then you got the advanced rules, which is all this other optional equipment like depth charges, radar, armored cabins, and so forth. Then you get into your list building. Okay? My thoughts. I'm at 5 minutes. I really enjoy the game. My son enjoys the game. He's in 3rd grade. He's 8. Please get the errata. Very important. Having this available for critical hits, very important. And having this either marked in the book or available for quick and easy reference, collision, and shooting. Those are essential for me. I am referring to those charts and those tables on a regular basis. The game is very narrative, very fun. You can create some great scenarios. There's some interesting scenarios in the book. Downside, don't look for a balanced battle. Do not look for this to be point for point, come down to strategy. It is not. I'm very disappointed in the points of the system. So a veteran crew gets 15 points more for a British Fair Mile, 25 points more for a Vosper, when in fact in the rules, they're not just 20% better. They're a lot better. They get a bonus to all their gun shooting every turn, every round. They get a plus and better chance to cancel criticals, 1 in 6 chance better. The points just don't make sense. If I had a choice, I would take veteran everything because the point cost is very little and the benefit is huge. So if you're playing with someone who is not in it for the fun of it, I don't know how well this would last, because someone who wants to be like, I'm going to crush you, I'm going to take veteran everything. And I'm also going to aim for medium boats. Why medium boats? Torpedoes only affect large and huge ships. That was one of the changes in the errata. Other downside, these are great. You're going to put it on the mat, line it up to where the torpedo tube is. These have range, so they're going to be moving, which is awesome. I love it. If you're someone who's like, I got this lined up perfectly, these things are going to get bent, touched, moved. Trying to slide it down. Don't get too worked up if these get whacked a little bit. This is not a tournament level game. This is a fun, casual, let's put some ships on the table and have some naval warfare and chuck a whole bunch of dice. Last gripe I got is it's in metric and not inches. Every other Warlord game I have is in inches. This one is not. I do not know what the choice was, but it's what it is. It's a metric, so make sure you have a tape measure that has centimeter, or you're using these. But otherwise, in the end, let me just summarize. It is fun for what it is in the box. There's a lot of models you get in the starter set. The fleet boxes are awesome deals. You get a whole bunch of little ships. You get a couple of the larger ships. The British, you get a trawler that's armed. The German one, you're getting a minesweeper. You're getting a flak ship. So it's really nice. I do wish the airplanes came with more than one. For some reason, the fleet boxes, you only get one. I always imagine a flight of planes coming together, maybe 2, 3, 4. But they only really expect one plane, a loner, in these small engagements. So that one's a little... And you only really, they don't sell a pack of planes. You got to get the planes through the fleet boxes. But that's my thoughts on Cruel Seas. I have it. I got a British fleet. I got a German fleet. We play it pretty frequently around here. And I have not recorded a whole lot of them, but we do play them. And we enjoy it. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And keep rolling dice.